What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna do a prediction video on MSC. All right, the wild card just got done, so we're gonna do the group stage prediction for MSC. So I have a lot of free time in my hands right now while I don't have a team. I'm still looking for a team currently, so I thought to myself that, oh, why not make content or even stream sometimes while I'm not busy? So we'll get right into the prediction, and I'm gonna use Epic Pen just for you guys to see my predictions. It's gonna look scuffed, but at least you guys will know my predictions. All right. So we'll start with Group A. For this one, it's gonna be Team Vitality versus True Rippers. So Team Vitality, this is BTR. They won MPL Indo recently, right? They're using Team Vitality as their name because you can only I believe there's an EWC rule where you can only choose like one one org to represent. So they chose Team Vitality for those people that don't know. And True Reapers are the champions on the India region, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please comment down below. Hopefully, I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're the India in the India region. And I know one player there, which is Ian's. He's from Senna, but other than that, I don't know anybody else. And considering that Indo and the India region are quite far in terms of experience, I would say Vitality should be able to take this one versus True Reapers. So that means True Reapers would go down right here. I'm just gonna put TR, okay, for True Reapers, and then Vitality or VIT for Vitality. Alright, so for the next one, it's gonna be Team Falcons PH versus Guangzhou Gaming. Don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. But for this one, I still think Team Falcons PH, I think it's pretty self-explanatory because Philippines is the strongest region currently, or has been the strongest region for quite some time now, and even in the international stage also. And I mean, one of my players is in Guangzhou Gaming, which is Sai, so I'm not trying to be biased at all. But like as a whole, I think they still need a lot of firepower, or they still need a lot of experience to beat like a veteran Team Falcons PH, right? So I think Team Falcons PH should be able to get this one versus Guangzhou Gaming. So I'm guessing how this bracket works is Guangzhou Gaming will go down here versus True Reapers. If I'm not mistaken, they if I'm wrong, they could like go down right here on the bottom bracket, but hopefully I'm not wrong because I don't know how this bracket works. But I'm just gonna assume that True Reapers and Guangzhou Gaming would go against each other down here. Hopefully that's how it works. Anyways, moving on. Team Vamos versus Team Falcons Mena. So this one, okay, so Team Falcons Mena won the wild card recently, and they did pretty good to be honest. I thought Foot or FUT from the team from Turkey was gonna win the wild card, but they ended up winning against them 2-1. So that's still pretty good. They are a how do you say it, a poison team or a Lasem team, but I still think Team Vamos would pull it off again. It's Malaysia. Malaysia's like top 3 region as well. And I mean, I understand they got 4-0'd by SRG, I believe, in the grand finals, but I still think they're a decent team. Um, and they're a little bit better than Falcons Mena. If anything, it's gonna be a close match. But I still think Team Vamos would come out on top. I still think. Okay, so let's just put TV there for Team Vamos. So I'm guessing Team Falcons Mena. I'm just gonna put letter M, okay, for Team Falcons Mena. It's so scuffed. My handwriting is so bad using the mouse. But anyways, the next one, it's Team Spirit versus Ignite Gaming. So Ignite Gaming, I also have a former player in Ignite Gaming, which is Kelvin. So this is me showing you guys that I'm not biased and I'm not just going for my players. I think Team Spirit would win this, considering that the Russian region as well, very strong. Team Spirit has always been like a dark horse, or they're like a top contender in international stages. Kid Bomba, I've also coached Kid Bomba as well, a long time ago when he was still an amateur. Team Rogue. Um, but yeah, I think Team Spirit should be able to pull that one off, considering the experience that they have. And Singapore, that region, no offense, in general, is just not as good as the other regions right now. I would say even Middle East is probably better than the Singapore region right now. So yeah, moving on. So Team Ignite would probably go here. Ignite Gaming. I'm just gonna put the IG. Ignite, yeah, Ignite Gaming. So for this one, let's start with the top. Oh, this is gonna be spicy. It's like really spicy right away. BTR or Vitality versus Team Falcons PH. My Filipino pride is telling me Team Falcons PH. To be honest, The macro's still there. They didn't even do bad against Team Liquid PH. For Team Vitality, they did destroy Onyx really hard though. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very good grand finals performance from them. Not gonna lie. And Niall could actually play that utility, especially that Fredrin as well. This one's hard, you know. It's both, the top two regions champions, not champions. Well, Team Falcons is a runner up, but BTRs that are the champions. But I still think Team Falcons PH. All right, I still think Team Falcons PH. My Filipino pride is telling me pick Falcons PH. Okay, so for the next one, I just put my bias there. I'm not gonna lie, that was just my bias because I'm Filipino. But anyways, for the next one, Team Vamos versus Team Secret. This one is for sure Team Secret. I would say Team Secret probably because I think again, Team Secret Dark Horses really good in international stage. Team Vamos kind of chokes a little bit in the international stage. I'm not sure if it's because in scrims I know Vamos is really strong because we practice against them. Um, but I think on stage they play a little bit different. I don't know if it's because their jungler is like really young, which is Error 404. They call him Bochil since he's so young. So yeah, it might be the case. I don't know if they fixed it or if he fixed it. Like specifically that guy, Error 404. I feel like he doesn't perform as well in the international stage, or he performs really well on scrims compared to the stage. I would say. So, anyways, so that means that Vitality would go down here, right, from earlier, and then Team Vamos would go down here probably, and then they would face. Okay, so we need to predict this one. We need to predict True Reapers versus Guangzhou Gaming. For this one, I'm gonna go with Guangzhou Gaming here again. China region has a lot more experience than True Reapers as well. Plus, the Chinese region has been developing quite fast, to be honest, considering that they were quite late and they have another game that's a little bit more popular than MLBB. So I think Guangzhou Gaming should take that away from True Reapers. For the next one, we have Team Falcons Mena versus Ignite Gaming. I would say Team Falcons Mena for this one. They had a really good performance on the wildcard stage, and for Ignite Gaming again, no offense to the Singaporean region, but it is what it is. I mean, the region is not that strong. I think it's getting carried by imports, to be honest. But for the locals, they need to step it up a little bit. Right? No offense, it's just my observation as an analyst and as a coach. Anyways, going into the next one, it's gonna be Vitality versus Guangzhou Gaming. This one, Vitality should take this. If they lose to Guangzhou Gaming, I don't know what to tell you. Right? That's gonna be tough for them if they lose to Guangzhou Gaming. But I mean, there's always a possibility. There's never a 0% chance, right? We'll never know what's gonna happen. Maybe they have like an off day, but Vitality should take that out. Should be moving forward versus Guangzhou Gaming, considering their experience, and they're very how do you say this? Their performance in the grand finals versus Onyx Indo was very. It's a statement. They're a strong team. All right. So far we have Team Falcons PH, Team Secret, and Vitality moving on to the playoffs, and then for the last one we have Team Vamos versus Team Falcons Mena. All right. So this one is another 50-50. Like I said, this is like the same. It's basically the same matchup from earlier. If I was going by my prediction earlier, then it should be Team Vamos. Again, I would say this depends whether Team Vamos will choke on the stage or not. Because in scrims, they're strong. All right. But again, scrims are not the same thing as playing on stage, especially in the international stage. All right. So this is for Group 8. Screenshot it if you'd like and send it to your friends. I don't know. Share it to your friends. Or you could use it to your like advantage whenever you're like betting with someone. All right, so moving on, we're gonna move on to Group B. Let me just erase this real quick. I know it's cuffed. I know my camera's moving because I'm. Okay, let's see. Moving on to Group B. So here, this one is a pretty hard group as well. Let me put it on 50%. I think it should be fine. Yeah, right here. So for the first one, this is a hard group, by the way. It's like the group of death. There's like three technically. Well, Onyx is not are not champions, but there's like 3, 4 champions here, 5 with Myanmar. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of champions. It's a group of death, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to predict in my opinion. So let's see here. Yangon Galacticos versus Geek Esports. I think that's gonna be Yangon Galacticos. All right, Myanmar is a underrated region. They're a very very strong region. Yangon Galacticos. I really like their mage, by the way. Plays a really good Zuxin. So GK would probably go here. All right. For SRG versus Pro Esports, SRG should take this one in my opinion. Yes, I understand. SRG doesn't really have any competition in MY right now. They're like a monopoly right there. They've won like how many championships in NY and nobody's been close to beating them at all. So it's like a complete monopoly there. Anyways, for the next one we have Onyx versus NED7. So NED7 is a South American team and they did beat Alpha 7, but it was a close grand finals. I still think Onyx should be able to get this one, so I'm gonna put Onyx right here, Onyx Indo. I don't know, I don't want to take away credit from BTR because they played so well, but I was very underwhelmed with Onyx performance during the grand finals. It's between the draft and like just the aura or the players themselves. It feels like they're playing really passive in the grand finals. That's my feeling when I was watching, at least. Anyways, I mean, they're still second runner up. I still think they're gonna beat NED7 for sure. So NED7 is probably gonna go down here. So I'm gonna put E7 here, and Pro Esports right here. All right, right there. For the next one, we have Team Liquid versus Aurora Gaming. I mean, it's a best of three, right? I think, but it's still Team Liquid. All right, they've won back to back to back. I think three peat champs now in MPLPH, and they're quite consistent in the international stage as well. So I would expect them to beat Aurora Gaming. All right, so we're gonna put AUR here. I didn't give a lot of explanation on SRG versus Pro Esports, but I'm not gonna lie, Pro Esports, they're not that bad either. All right, they're not that bad either. They have a really good assassin player on Coil. And if you watch the Asian games, I think some of their players play in the Asian games, or was that Vigor Apex? I'm not sure. But anyways, Pro Esports, they have a very clean run in Cambodia. They did go to the lower bracket, but they ended up winning the grand finals. Um, but I think they're better than GK for sure. So Pro should go here. Okay. And then E7 versus Aurora. I think Aurora should be able to take this one, so I'm gonna put Aurora here. Sorry for my horrible handwriting again. Okay, so now let's move on to the top. We got YG versus SRG. SRG should be able to take this. SRG. Alright. I'm a big SRG fan. YG is gonna go down here, I'm guessing. There we go. And then we have Onyx versus TLPH. This is another good match. So earlier it was TLPH, or no, sorry, Falcons PH versus BTR. But for Group B, there's Onyx versus TLPH. This is gonna be a good match. But again, my Filipino pride is right there. I'm TLPH, TLPH all the way. So Onyx is gonna go down here. Okay. I mean, it's more than my Filipino pride. I think it's my based on my observation and opinion or analysis as well. I think TLPH is definitely a cleaner, more macro heavy team. I would say, right? Unless Kelra literally destroys Teddy in lane and then he just carries the freaking game. That's how I see Onyx winning if ever they do win against TLPH. All right, YG or Pro Esports. Oh man, all right. For this one, I think Yangon Galacticos. I think they're a very underrated team, and I mean, this is gonna be a close match, but I think Yangon Galacticos has this. They've been longer together, like staying with each other as a team. So I think the chemistry is gonna be there compared to Pro Esports, where Pro Esports was just created together. I think it was last season, but they did have a clean run in Cambodia. So I still think YG would go out on top. For the next one, it's Onyx versus Aurora. Oh man. Okay. So the Indo versus PH region is crazy, right? Whoever goes down to the lower bracket also has like they're against a pretty decent team as well. Because Aurora Turkey is no joke as well, to be honest with you. But I mean, again, if we're talking experience, if we're talking on paper, it's Onyx should come out on top. If we're talking on paper, I mean, they added Kelra. It was already a Skylar. They freaking added Kelra, right? So I mean, I expected them to be champions, to be honest, last season. But again, like I said earlier, it was very under their performance in the grand finals was very much underwhelming. So I mean, maybe it was just one of those bad days for them. I don't want to make excuses for them, or I don't want to take away credit as well from BTR, but that was just what I saw based on my observations. So take a screenshot of this if you guys would like. These are my predictions for Group A and Group B. All right, so SRG should be moving on to the playoffs. TLPH should be moving on to the playoffs. Yangon Galacticos and Onyx as well should be moving on to the playoffs. I think this is all like based in terms of on paper results, in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys have your own predictions, comment down below what your predictions are. If you guys disagree with my predictions, that's all right. Everybody has the right to their own predictions. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video before you leave. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.